FX has officially renewed The Bear for a fifth season, and fans have already begun buzzing about what the next chapter could bring for Carmy, Sydney, Richie, and the rest of the crew. Let's break down everything we know so far about Season 5 and make some bold predictions about where this Emmy-winning show is actually headed. Renewal and release date. First, let's talk about the renewal itself. Season 5 is expected to release in 2026, although there is no set date as of now. The Bear was renewed for Season 5 right before the launch of Season 4, reflecting just how confident FX is in the show's continued momentum. The 2026 release window also indicates the wait for season May 5th not be as long as previously expected. Parts of The Bear Season 4 were filmed during Season 3 production, which helped ensure there would only be a one-year hiatus between seasons. But Season 5 doesn't have that advantage. That's something. It's something. What's unique this time around, though, is that, according to reports, Seasons 4 and 5 were actually filmed back-to-back. That's right. Even though Season 5 hasn't aired yet, it's already been shot. This move mirrors what the creators of shows like Stranger Things and Breaking Bad have done in the past when reaching a climactic arc in a series. It also suggests something bigger, that Season 5 might just be the final course. FX hasn't confirmed that Season 5 will be the last, but given the way production was handled and the overall trajectory of the story, it feels like the series is moving toward a culmination rather than indefinite continuation. Even Jeremy Allen White himself has hinted that The Bear was always designed to be a limited narrative arc. What's left to say? Which brings us to a pretty big question. What's left to say? Season 4 didn't end with a major kitchen disaster or a huge personal blow-up. Instead, it ended with quiet uncertainty, more internal conflict than external chaos. Carmy continues to grapple with his obsession with perfection, now paired with increasing isolation. He's driven off Claire, alienated his staff, and doubled down on chasing Michelin dreams at the expense of his relationships. We're going to get the star. Prediction 1. Carmy's breakdown hits rock bottom. Carmy has been spiraling since Season 1. He's a character defined by trauma, losing his brother, enduring abuse in elite kitchens, and being consumed by relentless perfectionism. In Season 4, we saw him further alienate himself from the people around him, including Sydney, Richie, and Claire. In Season 5, we predict Carmy will finally hit his emotional rock bottom. That doesn't necessarily mean he'll blow up again. Instead, it might look more like emotional withdrawal. He may double down on cold leadership, isolate himself further, or even face a full mental collapse. Whether it's a forced sabbatical or a complete exit from the restaurant, Carmy is heading toward a critical inflection point. I put a lot of things in the way. Prediction 2. Sydney leaves or takes a stand. Sydney's arc in Season 4 was more subtle but deeply impactful. She's grown into a more confident chef and businesswoman, but her loyalty to Carmy has become strained. She's clearly talented enough to run her own place. And by the end of Season 4, the question isn't whether she can, it's whether she still wants to with him. Season 5 will force Sydney to choose. Does she walk away and create something new, or does she challenge Carmy head-on for control of the Bear? Either way, she'll no longer be content playing second fiddle. Prediction 3. Richie gets real responsibility. Perhaps no character has undergone more transformation than Richie. From a go-nowhere hothead to a suited-up, service-focused maitre d', his journey is one of learning self-worth and responsibility. But Season 4 showed him still grappling with purpose. He's evolved, but he hasn't fully arrived. In Season 5, we predict Richie will finally step up into a real leadership role, perhaps managing the front of house or owning a share of the business. His bond with Uncle Jimmy could also play a key role, especially if financial pressure hits the restaurant. Prediction 4. Claire returns on her terms. Claire's exit in Season 4 was devastating for Carmy, even if he refuses to admit it. She represented the possibility of balance, love, and something outside the grind. But Claire won't come back just because Carmy apologizes. If she returns in Season 5, and we think she will, it'll be on her terms, not his. Don't expect a rom-com reunion. Instead, Look for Claire to re-enter Carmy's life in a way that challenges him to face himself. Maybe she's moved on or even dating someone else, giving Carmy a final push to reckon with his self-sabotaged ex. Prediction 5. The bear earns or loses a Michelin star. Carmy's obsession with getting a Michelin star has driven almost every major decision. But what if they don't get it? Or worse, what if they do, and it's not enough? We predict the Michelin Guide will play a central narrative role. Whether the restaurant is being reviewed or reacting to the results, it will test everything the journey has meant. If they earn a star, the question becomes, was it worth it? If they don't, Carmy may finally have to reevaluate what success truly means. Prediction 6. Tina, Ebraheim, and the crew step forward. Tina and Ebraheim have grown significantly, especially Tina, who's evolved from comic relief to culinary mentor. In Season 5, we expect the supporting kitchen staff to get more development. Marcus, still grieving his mother, and Neil could also get defined arcs. With Carmy increasingly distracted or absent, someone will have to hold the kitchen together. New dynamics may emerge, and there's even potential for a subplot around opening a second location or pivoting to a pop-up concept. Prediction 7. Season 5 could be the final season. All signs point to Season 5 being the endgame. Filming back-to-back seasons isn't just a logistical decision. It's a creative one. The actor schedules, the show's emotional tone, and the character arcs all suggest a conclusion is near. We think The Bear will end with Season 5, likely on a bittersweet note. The restaurant might close, or may live on without Carmy. The final episode might not tie everything up neatly, but it will likely provide thematic closure. Success isn't a star, a menu, or a plate. It's connection, family, and peace. What else to expect? FX and Hulu are likely to keep the binge model for release, with a summer 2026 premiere expected, probably in June or July. Don't be surprised if The Bear returns to the Emmys for one final hurrah. In the meantime, fans should rewatch earlier seasons and look for visual cues and foreshadowing, such as Carmy's wardrobe shifting from chaotic t-shirts to pristine whites. Sydney's lighting environment changing from cool blues to warm tones as she gains confidence. Expect more celebrity cameos, possibly another flashback episode focused on the Berzatto family. Maybe we'll finally meet Carmy's father or see more of Donna outside the house. Jeremy Allen White's rising star. Jeremy Allen White is set to star in the Bruce Springsteen biopic Deliver Me From Nowhere, where he's expected to receive serious Oscar buzz. He's also involved in the upcoming Star Wars film, The Mandalorian Group. By the time Season 5 airs, his rising fame may affect the show's future, as often happens when a TV series launches its star in a Hollywood orbit. Final thoughts. The Bear is a show about ambition, anxiety, and the cost of chasing perfection. Season 5 is poised to explore the fallout of those pursuits. Whether it ends in triumph, tragedy, or somewhere in between, one thing is clear. The Bear still has one last course to serve, and you can bet we'll be there for it.